Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 16 career mode with Manchester United. We're going to be playing Watford in this episode. I'm just doing a bit of training with some of the younger players that I've brought through the academy. There's 5 players that I've brought through. And you can see there Watford. Saturday the 21st. Forgot what month we're in actually now. Just checking my inbox first. Update from Netherlands. And we're gonna go. I'm not sure what I was doing here, to be honest. Decided to go and look at some players, I think. Yeah, I was going to look at see what players my scouts have been scouting. These are the instructions that I've got. These are the fullbacks. The pacey fullbacks. Hector Bellerin will get him scouted. So he's the same age as Luke Shaw, so I want him on the other side, right back, because Matteo Darmian is 26, 27. So centre back, strong, tall centre back. See if there's anyone here I'm interested in. Anyone of interest? Stephen Colker, I did buy him in my last FIFA career mode before he went to Liverpool, but as he's now a Liverpool player, I'm not interested. Defensive midfielder, strong, attacking midfielder, playmaker, free kick specialist, Christian Eriksen, who I'm very much interested in getting as a replacement for Juan Mata. As Juan Mata is like 30, 31. Prolific and pacey striker. Even though we've got Martial and Rashford, I still want Romelu Lukaku, as he's got a bit more strength and he can give the ball to Rashford or Martial to finish it off, and he can also replace Wayne Rooney, I think, just in behind the main striker. Pardon me. This is the ones where the contract will be up next year, so I can get them on free if I approach them in January. Jan Vertonghen, 28 years old, he might be okay to get on free. OVR 82. Francesco Totti, realistically he'd never leave Roma, or he'd retire with Roma. Kevin Prince Boateng, I know he was meant to be after him at one point. Roland Aarons, he might be pretty good, he's still really young. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is obviously the biggest name on there. Ron Vlaar, who's actually gone back to Ajax now, I think. Well, he's retired since. And Van der Veel as well, a Dutch right back playing for PSG, is also available for free next season. So start the game off against Watford at Vicarage Road. United still in good form, still haven't been beaten, not conceding too many goals, which is always good. We're top of the league, unlike Louis van Gaal at this point. I can't remember the Watford game, to be honest. This one's pretty forgettable. I should probably look see what the result was in real life. It's pretty similar sort of teams. Schweinsteiger comes in. Januzaj staying on the left midfield because he's doing pretty well at the moment. I've rested a few players. I've rested my centre backs, Smalling and Blind. I've rested my centre backs, and I've rested my right midfielder, my left midfielder. I've rested Wayne Rooney and put Depay in attacking midfield. So I've got Lingard, Januzaj, Depay and Martial up top. And I think Michael Carrick and Schweinsteiger in the middle. Rojo and Jones and centre back. Which isn't a bad team, to be honest. I'm not too sure about Rojo, he still hasn't convinced me. I do like Schweinsteiger, he does play well. Controlling that midfield, defensively he's very good as well. And Michael Carrick's obviously really good on the ball. He's a very underrated player, Michael Carrick. and I think he's going to retire now. I think the FA Cup yesterday was his last game, so if it is his last game, it's a good way to go out finally winning the FA Cup with Manchester United. It's also Wayne Rooney's first FA Cup win, and he's been at the club since 2004, I believe, or was it 2006? 2004, 2005, I think. So it's a lot of the players' first time winning the FA Cup, because we haven't won it for 12 years. So we drew 0-0 with Newcastle, we beat Swansea, we beat Liverpool 3-1, lost to PSV, beat Southampton 3-2, beat Ipswich Town 3-0, beat Sunderland 3-0 in the Premier League. I think we lost to Wolfsburg as well. No, we won. We beat Wolfsburg 2-1. Then we beat Arsenal 3-0. Then we lost to Everton 3-0. Moscow was 1-1. So we did actually play CSKA Moscow in real life as well. Drew 0-0 with Manchester City. Drew 0-0 in the Capital One Cup with Middlesbrough. 0-0 with Crystal Palace. Beat CSKA Moscow 1-0 at home. Beat West Bromwich Albion 2-0, and I think we lost to Watford 2-1, it says here. Yeah, no, beat Watford 2-1. So I've got a better 2-1 here. Gotta get better than 2-1. At the moment, it's a pretty boring game, still 0-0, 23 minutes in, 24 minutes in. And the next match is against Aston Villa, who have been relegated from the Premier League the first time in their history. Another club that I grew up pretty close to, in Aston, near Birmingham. Aston Villa. So I obviously knew a lot of Villa fans, and was surrounded by a lot of Villa fans growing up. Even though I lived in Walsall, there was a lot of Aston Villa fans also living in Walsall. And when you got the train into Birmingham, you'd always see Villa Park. But they're in the Championship now, and they've just had a financial takeover as well. A Chinese billionaire has taken them over, which happened at Birmingham City as well a few years back, but the Chinese billionaire ended up in prison, so I don't know what happened there. These Chinese billionaires buying football teams. There's not too much to talk about in this game so far. Hilario Gomez used to play for Tottenham Hotspur in goal for Watford, and I'm actually surprised Watford have stayed up. I thought Norwich would have stayed up as well though. None of the newly promoted teams were relegated this season as well, which is a first to my knowledge. It's not very often that the newly promoted teams don't get relegated straight away. Newcastle, Norwich and Aston Villa are all established Premier League teams, and they've been relegated. And of course it was between Newcastle or Sunderland, and Sunderland effectively sent the rivals down. Memphis, I like Memphis in that position just behind Marshall. I think that works really well. They link up pretty well. He has a shot there, but it's not very troubling for Gomez. Just able to catch it comfortably. And Jones got a yellow card there, but the tackle, that's the worst tackle as well, to be honest. He should get a yellow card for that as well. But Jones's tackle, it looked worse than Daley Blinn's tackle in the last episode, and Daley Blinn was given a straight red card, but Jones was only given a yellow card, and he looked a lot worse to me. That tackle looked pretty bad as well, but it wasn't from behind. There's a section of Manchester United fans in the corner there. Travelling United fans. I think Watford's near near London as well, isn't it? Too many London teams. Far too many teams from around London. Troy Deeney, I'm pretty sure he played for Walsall as well at one point. Made it to the Premier League from League One, not the French League One or Ligue 1, the Football League One. He doesn't look very happy. He's missed a chance from the free kick. It's 0-0 at half time. Seen that a lot this season as a United fan. I've seen that too many times. 0-0 at half time. He made a substitution at half time. He's got the captain's armband on. So Troy Deeney has came off. Troy Deeney's come off. He's getting old, but he's probably the best chance at scoring. That'd be a nice throw in there. Came from nothing really. Matteo Darmian. Michael Carrick. Big shot. I think Michael Carrick or Bastian Schweinsteiger are the captain for this one as well. Memphis has another shot. It's not great. Stephen Berghaus. Is on a yellow card as well. I think he was the one that fouled Januzaj. He fell on his head. Comfortable for De Gea with the United fans behind him. Oh, that's poor. Anthony Martial. Just 55 minutes and still nothing to show in terms of goals. That's easy for De Gea to collect as well. Although there's a player sneaking in behind him. De Gea's not going to fumble it. He did in his first season a lot, but he's not going to fumble that. Very accomplished goalkeeper now. And there's no way I'd be selling him. Now that was an incredible block by Schweinsteiger. I'm not sure he had to do it, but he's made a good block there. I think De Gea would have got it if he hadn't have blocked it. I think De Gea's just turned that around the post as well. So Watford are getting some chances now coming into the game. Hopefully get them on the counter attack though. Memphis is just about able to hold on to the ball there. Marshall makes the run, cuts inside. Could this be it? Marshall. Oh, that's nice work from those two. And they do work well, they link up really well together, those two. I think Memphis and Marshall started that game. They're playing Watford on their own there by the looks of it, and it's a nice finish. Not the best of goals, but it's a nice finish in the bottom corner. Near post, Gomez couldn't get across in time to get it. Marshall and Memphis just tearing Watford apart there. Started off in our own half as well, I think, that goal. Just 1-2s through the middle of the pitch. On a counter attack as well. After they just come close to scoring themselves. Berghaus. And that's not the best of crosses. Able to clear. Memphis tries to give it back to Martial, but doesn't quite work that time. It's not a bad team this. Januzaj, Martial, Memphis and Jesse Lingard. Quite skillful, quite pacey. The four front men. The four players up top. Making another substitution, Watford. I think he's used to play for Villa as well, Bellarami. There's a player as well that chose to go and play for Villa this summer instead of Leicester. How gutted would you be if you did that? chose to go and play for Villa who've been relegated. It's two very different situations to find yourself in. Get a free kick here, it's taken short. So Ander Herrera, who I've brought on, doesn't show my substitutions though for some reason. That's a quick ball into Lingard, and Lingard finishes it off as well. And how good was his goal yesterday? Jesse Lingard's volley to win the FA Cup. A goal worth winning any cup final. He's taken that well as well. First touch wasn't great, but he managed to recover, and the shot was pretty good. Gomez not got much chance to save that there. Manchester United continue the dominance in the league. We had a shaky start in the Champions Cup, but in the Premier League we've had a very, very good start. But the games are going to be coming thick and fast in the Christmas period and the second half of the season, so they will get more difficult, whereas there's more games to play, more competitions, and the competition gets a bit tougher as well in the Champions Cup in particular. Capoue. I think this was probably Watford's best chance, and De Gea just turns it around the post with a good save. Marcus Rashford coming on from Anthony Martial. Martial's done his job. 10 minutes to go. Give Rashford 10 minutes. He's already scored in the Premier League as well for us. He's not made the same impact as he has in real life, but he's still doing well. And as I've said, he's been brought into the team a lot sooner than he was in real life. But he scored 2 goals on his debut, and then scored 2 goals in Europe as well. And it's Martial that scored against Liverpool on his debut. So Martial and Rashford, obviously 2 very good players for us this season, and that's quite positive. In a season that didn't have many positives, the young players have been a very good thing to look back on. Fonsu Mensah, Bothwick Jackson, Rashford, Martial, all been fantastic this season. And De Gea, obviously voted third. He's voted the best player for 3 seasons in a row now, David De Gea. It's not surprising really. There's a decent chance, but he hasn't hit it well enough. David De Gea clears the ball upfield. Berami blocks it, brings it down. Which is Capoue, who quickly puts it onto Igalo. It's easily defended by Chris Smalling and Herrera Lingard. I don't know who to go with centre back, whether I'm going to pick Jones or Smalling, because Smalling's a bit older but he's taller. They're both not fantastic defenders, but Smalling usually does well for me, but he hasn't done this season for some reason. That should finish it off. Marcus Rashford gets another goal. He's only just came on as well. Well, 9 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. He's played 10 minutes of football and scored again. It's a cross from Jesse Lingard. It's a really good cross, dangerous area, edge of the 6-yard box, and Rashford nods it past Gomez. It's not a particularly very powerful header, but it's enough straight in the middle of the goal. There's no Watford defence. I'm not sure what they were doing, whether they were pressing on to try and get a goal back or what. 90th minute goal. It's 3-0. Considering it was 0-0 at half time and it's now 3-0 in this second half, all 3 goals scored in the second half, I'd say the second half we've definitely played better. Although Watford have had some chances as well. But we've defended well, we've kept the ball well, and we've put a lot of pressure on Watford. You're supposed to be at home. You're supposed to be at home. And this should be the last bit of action of the game. should be the last bit of action in the game. I don't think it will be. So he blows whistle, yeah, that's it. Final whistle blown. Manchester United get another comfortable, convincing 3-0 win. Actually, I think it's the first time we've won 3-0, but still a comfortable, convincing win nonetheless. Played really well. Really happy with that second half performance. Hopefully we can continue that. Next game is in Europe against Benfica at home. So hopefully we can get another win in Europe, because we do need some points in the Champions League group stage, Champions Cup group stage. We've already beat Celtic 1-0 and the other 2 games were draws. CSKA Moscow still top of the group stage. The replays, there's a free kick early on. Just gone over. Just too high. He's not happy with that. Phil Jones, that's the foul I was talking about. That's a lot worse than Daley Blinn's last episode. The last match, Daley Blinn was sent off for less than that. Which I'm still annoyed about, if you can't tell. Januzaj, that's not a great tackle either, that's pretty late. That's a yellow card as well. That's a decent, no, that's a good block. I don't know if De Gea was going to get to that actually, looking at the replay. Looked like he saw it late. He didn't really need to save that, I don't think, that one. Looked like it was going wide. Looked like it was going to hit the side netting before he touched it. Memphis strokes it in. That's the first goal. Game's first goal. There's good play between Martial and Memphis as well. I'm not sure what's happened to Memphis. Van Gaal seems to not be playing him anymore. He seems to have fallen out of favour. He was in his suit at the celebrations yesterday, but I haven't really seen much of him in the last few weeks. He was brought on near the end against Bournemouth. That's about it. Overhead kick, save by De Gea. Needed saving. Wasn't the best overhead kick in the world, but it was still creeping in. De Gea has done well to turn it around the post. Lingard sets another goal up. Gets another assist. He's got quite a few assists now, Jesse Lingard. And Rashford puts some polish on the result and finishes the game off. 3-0. We had a lot less shots as well, which is, yeah, De Gea got man of the match in a 3-0 win. That's unusual. David De Gea got 9 saves. Gomez made 1 save. We've scored 3 times. We had slightly less possession, less shots, but we still come away with a 3-0 win and 3 points. I'm not sure why it's showing me blank results. That's not helping anybody. And there we are, next game, CSKA Moscow, you can see there. So thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed it, take care and goodbye.